Did you know that some everyday foods you love might be silently sabotaging your heart health? From sneaky trans fats to hidden sugars and excessive sodium, these so-called treats clog your arteries, raise bad cholesterol, and spike your blood pressure without you even realizing it. In this video, we'll uncover the top culprits that damage your heart from the inside out, so you can make smarter choices and keep your heart beating strong for years to come. Number 1. Alcohol. Alcohol may feel like a harmless indulgence or an easy way to unwind after a long day. But when it comes to your heart, regular or excessive drinking can be one of the most insidious foods you consume. Although a glass of red wine occasionally has been touted for its antioxidants, chronic alcohol intake disrupts your cardiovascular system in multiple ways. It raises blood pressure by triggering your sympathetic nervous system, forcing your heart to pump harder. It promotes the buildup of harmful triglycerides in the bloodstream, which accelerates arterial plaque formation. And it increases levels of inflammation throughout your body, damaging the delicate endothelial lining of your vessels. Over time, these effects compound. Your arteries lose elasticity, your heart muscle thickens and stiffens in a condition called alcoholic cardiomyopathy, and your risk of arrhythmias such as atrial fibrillation skyrockets. Alcohol also interferes with the balance of fats in your liver, reducing its ability to clear bad cholesterol and leading to further fat accumulation around your heart. Even moderate drinking can disturb the natural rhythm of your sleep and elevate stress hormones like cortisol, both of which further burden your cardiovascular system. In addition, alcohol impairs your body's ability to absorb key nutrients, magnesium, potassium, B vitamins, and antioxidants that protect your heart, leaving you more vulnerable to oxidative damage and sudden spikes in blood pressure. Perhaps most dangerously, the social normalization of drinking masks the gradual progression of heart damage. You may not notice the subtle rise in your resting heart rate, the slight shortness of breath during routine activities, or the creeping fatigue that signals a weakening pump. By the time chest discomfort or palpitations drive you to the doctor, the structural changes in your heart and arteries are often well advanced. To safeguard your cardiovascular health, it's essential to treat alcohol not as a guilty pleasure, but as a potentially toxic substance. Limit yourself to 0 drinks or, at most, 1 small serving a day, and even that only if you have no contraindications. Choose alcohol-free days each week, and always balance any drink with plenty of water, nutrient-dense meals, and regular physical activity so that your heart remains strong, flexible, and resilient. Number 2. Butter. Butter, despite its rich, creamy allure and ubiquitous role in cooking, from slathering on warm bread to enriching sauces and pastries, poses significant risks to heart health when consumed in excess, owing primarily to its high content of saturated fats and dietary cholesterol. Saturated fats raise low-density lipoprotein, LDL, cholesterol levels in the bloodstream, contributing to the buildup of fatty plaques on arterial walls, a process known as atherosclerosis, which narrows arteries and impedes blood flow to the heart and other organs. Over time, this can precipitate coronary artery disease, angina, heart attacks, and strokes. Moreover, butter contains dietary cholesterol itself. While the impact of dietary cholesterol varies among individuals, those who are hyperresponders may see a pronounced rise in both LDL, bad, and total cholesterol after consuming cholesterol-rich foods. Beyond its lipid-altering effects, butter's dense caloric load, approximately 100 calories and 11 grams of fat per tablespoon, can contribute to weight gain if not balanced by energy expenditure, and obesity is an independent risk factor for hypertension, dyslipidemia, and diabetes, all of which further strain cardiovascular function. For those seeking to protect heart health, replacing butter with plant-based oils rich in unsaturated fats, such as extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or canola oil, can help lower LDL cholesterol and reduce inflammation. Alternatively, using nut butters or mashed avocado brings creamy texture with beneficial monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, fiber, and phytosterols. While a small pat of butter here and there is unlikely to derail a balanced diet, habitual overconsumption can tip the scales toward elevated cardiovascular risk, making mindful moderation and healthier fat choices essential for long-term heart protection. Number 3. Fried chicken. Filed under comfort food. A crispy piece of fried chicken may feel like an indulgent treat, but every crunch delivers a potent dose of heart-harming nutrients that your arteries and your long-term health will remember. Deep frying pumps the skin and meat with saturated and trans fats that elevate LDL, bad cholesterol, while suppressing protective HDL, creating the perfect storm for plaque buildup in your coronary arteries. Meanwhile, a typical breading mix and seasoning can saddle a single drumstick with a day's worth of sodium, leading to water retention, higher blood pressure, and increased strain on your heart over time. The high-heat cooking process also generates acrylamide and other advanced glycation end products, compounds linked to oxidative stress and inflammation, which further damage endothelial cells lining your blood vessels and accelerate atherosclerosis. And don't forget the hidden calories. A small serving of fried chicken can pack 300 to 400 calories or more, contributing to weight gain and abdominal fat, both independent risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Even if you skip the sides, the added fats in every bite impair insulin sensitivity, making it harder to regulate blood sugar and increasing your risk of type 2 diabetes, a condition that often travels hand in hand with heart disease. In short, what begins as a savory indulgence can end as a slow, insidious attack on your cardiovascular system, underscoring why moderation, or better yet, a switch to grilled, baked, or air-fried alternatives, is essential if you want to keep your heart beating strong for decades to come. Number 4. French fries. French fries may seem like a harmless comfort food, but their combination of unhealthy fats, excessive sodium, and refined carbohydrates makes them a serious threat to cardiovascular health. Deep fried in oils often high in trans fats or omega-6 fatty acids, fries introduce harmful compounds into the bloodstream that raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, promote arterial inflammation, and contribute to the formation of atherosclerotic plaque. Each golden, crispy bite also delivers a hefty dose of sodium, often well over half of the recommended daily limit in a single serving, which forces the heart to pump harder, driving up blood pressure and straining the delicate walls of blood vessels. Meanwhile, the high glycemic index of the potato itself causes rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin, laying the groundwork for insulin resistance and increased triglyceride production, both of which are known risk factors for heart disease. Repeated indulgence further exacerbates endothelial dysfunction, impairing the vessel's ability to dilate and regulate blood flow, and it fuels systemic inflammation that accelerates the progression of coronary artery disease. In addition, the calorie density of French fries encourages weight gain, especially around the abdomen, adding another layer of cardiovascular risk by fostering hypertension, dyslipidemia, and metabolic syndrome. While an occasional small portion may not immediately doom the heart, habitual or large portion consumption of fries can undermine even the healthiest lifestyle, making them a stealthy but potent adversary of long-term heart health. French fries, though beloved around the world for their crisp, salty allure, are one of the most notorious offenders when it comes to heart health. At first glance, they may seem like an innocent indulgence, but beneath that golden exterior lies a nutritional landmine. French fries are typically deep-fried in oils high in trans fats or refined vegetable oils that, when repeatedly heated to high temperatures, generate harmful compounds such as advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and acrylamide. These substances promote inflammation and oxidative stress within the arteries, laying the groundwork for plaque buildup and atherosclerosis over time. Moreover, French fries are extremely calorie-dense, yet nutrient-poor. A large serving can easily pack hundreds of empty calories, spiking blood sugar levels due to the high glycemic index of the potatoes themselves. This repeated blood sugar surge triggers insulin spikes, which over time may contribute to insulin resistance, a major risk factor for metabolic syndrome and cardiovascular disease. To make matters worse, French fries are almost always heavily salted. Excess sodium intake is a well-documented contributor to high blood pressure, which directly strains the arteries and forces the heart to work harder to pump blood through stiffened vessels. Regularly eating salty, Fried foods can therefore raise blood pressure to dangerous levels if left unchecked. When these factors combine, unhealthy fats, high sodium, refined carbs, and harmful compounds from high-temperature frying, the result is a perfect storm for harming your heart and cardiovascular system. Overconsumption of French fries has even been linked to increased risk of obesity, which is itself an independent risk factor for heart disease. The more weight you carry, the more your heart must labor to circulate blood throughout the body, further increasing the wear and tear on your arteries. What's more, many people pair fries. Number 5. Ice cream. Ice cream, while delicious and comforting, is unfortunately one of the sneaky culprits that can harm your heart when eaten in excess. Packed with high levels of saturated fat and added sugars, a single serving can easily push you over your recommended daily limit for both, especially if you indulge often or opt for rich, premium varieties loaded with mix-ins. The saturated fat in ice cream can raise LDL, bad cholesterol levels, which over time contributes to the buildup of plaque in your arteries, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. On top of that, the added sugars spike your blood glucose and can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and inflammation, all of which strain your cardiovascular system. And let's not forget how easy it is to underestimate portion sizes. That extra scoop, waffle cone, or milkshake turns an occasional treat into a steady source of excess calories and unhealthy fats. While enjoying ice cream once in a while isn't likely to ruin your heart health, frequent or mindless indulgence can add up, silently undermining your arteries and expanding your waistline. If you love ice cream, try healthier twists like frozen yogurt with less sugar, homemade nice cream, using blended frozen bananas, or just sticking to smaller servings savored slowly. Remember, your heart works around the clock, so the small daily choices you make, like swapping out that nightly triple scoop for a lighter option or balancing it with fiber-rich fruits and heart-healthy fats during the day, truly do matter. Treats can still fit into a balanced diet, but being mindful of their impact will help you enjoy them without putting your heart at risk. Number 6. Potato chips. Potato chips, despite being one of the world's favorite snack foods, are among the worst offenders when it comes to harming your heart health. These crispy, salty slices are deceptively simple, but every bite delivers a dangerous cocktail of excess sodium, unhealthy trans fats, and refined carbohydrates. The salt alone in a single bag can easily exceed your daily recommended intake, putting tremendous pressure on your cardiovascular system by raising blood pressure levels, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. The fats used in commercial chip frying, especially if partially hydrogenated oils are involved, introduce trans fats that raise LDL, bad cholesterol, while simultaneously lowering HDL, good cholesterol, creating the perfect storm for clogged arteries. Even the crunch that makes them so addictive can work against you. Because they're processed to be hyperpalatable, it's easy to eat large quantities without feeling full, leading to calorie overload and gradual weight gain, another major contributor to heart disease. The refined carbs and lack of fiber in potato chips also spike your blood sugar, which over time can damage blood vessels and promote insulin resistance, paving the way for diabetes, a serious condition that dramatically increases the risk of heart attack. On top of that, when potatoes are fried at high temperatures, they form acrylamide, a potentially harmful compound that researchers link to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, both of which are known enemies of a healthy heart. With so many tasty, heart-friendly snack options available, like raw nuts, air-pop popcorn, or veggie sticks with hummus, there's really no reason to keep reaching for the shiny bag of chips. When it comes to protecting your heart, saying no to potato chips is one of the simplest and most powerful steps you can take.